What's up everybody, it's Nameless Co out here in Whistler, BC, and we were about to go do some off-roading in my L400 Delica, and then when we walked down to the parking lot and saw it got towed, we're now having to take the bus over to a local town and pick it up from the tow yard and then hopefully get out on the trails and do some off-roading. But kind of a weird way to start the video, but hey, it's actually the first time I've ever had a vehicle get towed of mine, like where you just walk out and then next thing you know it's gone. So without further ado, let's get on the bus. Horse show, let's get on the bus and then go get the deli. What's up everybody, new day out here today. We got the L400 back from the impound lot last night and it got too dark to film, so we decided to come out to the canyon today and do some light off-roading, which you'll see in a minute. However, since we've been in Canada for the last 2 days, we've already seen 11 different Delicas, and out of all the right-hand drives we've seen, which is about, I'd say 19 JDM, 2 British right-hand drives, and we're gonna basically be showing you guys around Whistler later today and just giving you what it's like the day in the life of owning a JDM car in Whistler, and just showing you how many of those JDM cars are actually a Delica. So without further ado, let's get on with the video.
Definitely not JDM, but not every day you're going up a dirt road you see some crazy supercars. Love that GT4, black 458, and this crazy ass Maserati MC20. Super rare car. First vehicle from the main Whistler lot that we thought's worth noting. This super cool high roof high ace with the windows. It's got some KO2s on it. It is a full-time four-wheel drive model. And a pretty clean little adventure setup right here. And right next to it, like we were saying, there's a lot of JDM cars out here. So we have a 60 series Land Cruiser right here. High roof. Super clean. It's got this kind of cool rear bumper setup. Clean wheels. Land Cruiser. It's got a super clean Nardi steering wheel. It is automatic. I don't know if you can see, but it's got the snorkel. Front bumper setup. Really clean Land Cruiser. And we actually saw when we were coming in, just over on the other side of these cars, there's a white L400 Delica, so we're gonna go check that out now. Definitely not JDM, but also worth noting, right next to the 60 series, we have a super cool old Mercedes diesel van conversion, it looks like. 4x4 snorkel. It's also manual. I don't know if you can see, but that's super cool. If you guys are into Delicas and off-road vehicles, you'll probably appreciate this. Got the tire mounted up there. It's actually for sale, asking a pretty big amount of money, but I don't know, maybe they go for that much. I have no clue. So this right here is the other L400 I was just mentioning over in the other parking lot. As you can see, we have Flynn Chamonix, and this is also a Chamonix model. A little newer front end, gasser, because no hood scoop. It's got the really clean white Chamonix seats. Beautiful interior. It's got that really nice rear spoiler as well.
What's up, everybody? Another day out here in Whistler. We're chilling in the Delica right now. It's raining outside, so we figured we were gonna head over to Function Junction, get some functional pie, which is probably the best pizza in Whistler if you are visiting the area. But after we get some pizza, we're gonna head over to the Whistler lot and show you guys some more Delicas, and then I'm also gonna give you guys some more information that might be prevalent if you are up in the British Columbia region with your Delica. So without further ado, let's head over there. So we just finished up eating that amazing functional pie. I'll take a picture of it and link it right now, but we just happened to run into this pretty sweet L400. I want to say it's an S3 model. Now, funny thing up here, which we actually noticed given all the statistics that we've been collecting since we've been in Canada for the last week, is the majority of the Delicas up here are going to be gassers. Now, however, with this one being a pretty rare, you know, it's a Super Exceed and it's a diesel, I'd say it's a pretty rare spec. You can actually follow this guy on Instagram. His Instagram handle is Van Diesel, like Vin Diesels, but Van Diesel. And one of my favorite things about his van is the fact that he has like a hood scraper. So as you guys know, with most Delicas, we have the window scrapers, and most JDM cars in general have window scrapers, but I've actually never seen a hood scraper before. So that could be something pretty cool to look into down the line. But reviewing all the statistics from this last week of us being in Whistler, primarily a little bit of Vancouver, we've come out to about 17 Delicas and 38 total right-hand drives, which is a pretty, you know, that's a lot of right-hand drive vehicles. You know, that's probably more than I've ever seen in California total, and that's just in this small kind of sliver of British Columbia. So I think that that's a pretty cool statistic, and you know, can't really beat 1738. Now, if most of you guys are from this area, then obviously you've heard of Rising Sun, which is located in New Westminster, Vancouver. This van was actually originally imported through Rising Sun from Japan. And if you guys aren't familiar with Rising Sun and you find yourself up in the Pacific Northwest area, I highly recommend stopping in, just checking out all the cool Delicas that they have. But one cool thing about Rising Sun is they actually have a pretty large parts warehouse. And when I say parts warehouse, I'm talking tailgates, windows, accessories. You know, you can find almost anything you need for a Delica at Rising Sun. Now, on the way back from Whistler down to Washington, where we actually just recently moved to, I'm gonna be stopping at Rising Sun and picking up some pretty unique doodads, like some JDM to USA, windshield wiper conversion like adapters, and just some other little things. Maybe I'll grab a ladder for the L3 and maybe some other little things that I find here and there. But just wanted to toss that information out to you guys if you are in the area. Now, if you do find yourself on Vancouver Island, there's Coombs County Auto, which is arguably a better parts warehouse than Rising Sun, which is interesting. But like I said, I haven't been there before. I haven't been to Rising Sun either, so maybe we'll make a video if we ever go to both of them at the same time, or just both of them in general. But just wanted to give you guys that bit of tip of information there, because it might help you guys out. And they do work on Delicas as well if you do have an issue with your van and you can't fix it yourself. So just want to toss that out there, because I know I did, and it's finally nice to actually get this thing on some proper trails. Now, I know they weren't too technical, and we will be actually taking it on some more technical trails in the future, so stay tuned for that video. But if you like the content that we make here, please consider checking out some of the other videos that we make. We got everything from Volvos to Delicas to pretty much everything in between, and we still got some pretty cool cars that we haven't introduced yet on the future. So without further ado, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in another video. So we made it back to Washington safe and sound. I actually just finished up editing this video, and we had a great time up there off-roading the Delica. But an important fact that we wanted to mention now that we're back in Washington is the amount of Delicas and right-hand drive vehicles that we saw from July 7th to July 19th was a total of 70 right-hand drives and 28 Delicas, which is a shit ton of Delicas, especially considering we were in Whistler, Canada for most of the trip. However, we just wanted to toss that in there, figured that you guys might find it interesting, and we'll see you guys in the next video.